Hello, my name's Edward. I'm an alcoholic addict. This is like last second, like they need you, so I step up. How it was. I was born in '84 in the wild streets of Los Angeles, South Central Los Angeles, where gang banging was official. Everybody banged, and that's all I knew. I didn't have a dad at home, so I went to the streets to go find my dad, and I didn't find him. I found pimps, gangsters, and hustlers, and I clinged on to him. And that was the father figure that void that I needed. That's where I grabbed. I grasped onto that, and I never got put on. I just followed them, like stalked them, and they just let me be a part of it. Um, Little did I know, my mom had told them never to put me on, because my mom was about that life too. Um, but all that did is got me associated with some people and labeled as something that I wasn't. I had to learn the hard way. I was on my way home from a friend's house of mine and on 108th and Avalon, and I was riding my bike, and some dudes shot at me, and that was it. They said, "You got to go." And they put me on a plane and flew me to Missouri. I went to Missouri and lived with my aunt and uncle. I got my education. I found the love of my life, Jessica Renee Dunnington. We have 5 kids. I'm a grandfather. I have a grandson. He's 1 year old. I haven't seen him yet. I still have yet to see him. I have a 20-year-old. I have a 16-year-old. I have an 18-year-old, and I have twin boys that are 13. I've been out of my kids' life for the last 4 years. I've been out here in California. Before I get there, I'm gonna go back to Missouri. While I was in Missouri, my kid's mother, the mother of my kids, he's an Aryan brother. I didn't know that. I was scared. Like, he was in prison, and I done got his blue-eyed blonde daughter knocked up. So I thought, like, oh man, death is coming for me. Well, that day came. I got a knock at the door. Is Jessica there? And it was Robert Maxwell, and he said, "It's Robert Maxwell." So I opened the door, and he explained to me that that's just the way you have to live inside prison. It was a prison life. He opened me with open arms. He became like the dad I didn't have. Little did I know that he was a cook. Yeah, he was an old school cook, and he introduced me to something I never thought I would ever come across: meth, main entrance to hell. And that's where I found myself, at the gates of hell. I was literally standing there. I was deep in my addiction. I was cooking batches up. I was just doing the most. I was really living that life, not the high power life. I was living a cutthroat life, a nasty, disgusting life. You know, I always thought, because I didn't shoot up dope in my veins, I was better than everybody, but I was just the same. I'm just the same as the next person. Well, all that using just caused me to get in a toxic relationship with my kid's mother. Well, my oldest daughter, she decided that she was tired of it. So she worked, I didn't even know, she worked all summer, and she saved up enough money to send me and her siblings out here to California. I had kept my kids away from my siblings because they're so gang fested that I didn't want them to see that lifestyle. But my daughter wanted to see her mom. So she came with the wise idea: "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna fly you guys out to California so I can see Grandma." And she did. Little did I know that it was a one-way ticket for me, and they had round trips. So, like, she had something in the making. She knew that me staying out here would fix the situation that was at home. The toxicity that was inside of our household was bad. Like, the fighting, the arguments, the "Dad, why are you not home? Dad, why are you not coming home?" I was selfish. I was really selfish, because all I cared about is going to work so I can get my money, so I can get high, pay the bills, pay some of the bills. I keep a little money in my pocket for myself, selfish me. And I was I was stuck. I was stuck in a deep addiction that I didn't know how to get out of. I didn't see the damage I was causing to my kids and to myself. Um, but now that I stand here now, I can see it. I can see it through those letters, through that bio, through Fred Brown Recovery Services. This is my first treatment, and I'm diving head deep in. Like I'm taking full advantage of it. Sometimes I overwork myself. I get in my head, so I start to overwork my work, my assignments, and my counselor gets mad at me because I'm already 2 steps ahead. And like when I was on my second step, I was doing my third step, my fourth step. So like I stay busy, and I encourage all you guys to like knock those letters out, man. It's worth it, man. And once you start getting to your steps, it's even worth it even more. I'm not perfect, and I don't plan to be perfect. I plan to be a better version of myself. That's what I plan to be. And I'm just thankful for the opportunity I got to come to Fred Brown, because ever since I've been in Fred Brown, I learned that I'm worth something. I learned that I mean something to some people. I learned how to keep my pants on my hip. I learned how to not say the N word. I learned how to make my bed. I learned how to do the small things that we take for granted out there. And I want to thank Ruben for coming. That's my big brother. Like, he really, put me on that path. Like, I used to sit in class and group and like cry every time I read a letter. But he told me to, come on, man, let it go. Let that stuff out. Let it go. And man, it was a cleansing. And I'm just thankful, man, that I got people in my life that really, really want to see me do better. And each and every day I try to do better. It's not easy. No, by no means it's easy. It's what you put in it. And that's work. And that's what I've been doing, putting work in. Like I work for my addiction, I'm working harder for my recovery. That's why I can stand here today proud and say that I'm a Fred Brown baby, because I am a Fred Brown baby. Like, and I just feel like this is a blessing, man. This is a blessing. Like, God does things for a reason. Nancy didn't have no speaker tonight, so she.
Yes, I did. It was you.
Little did I know it was me. But I'm just thankful that it's time to go. Huh? Okay. Well, I'm just. How'd I do it? It took my mom finding a meth pipe in her couch for me to get to Fred Brown. It was my birthday, January 11th, and I came back to my mom's house like, Mom, I got a promotion at work. And she said, I got a promotion for you too. Yeah. Little did I know that promotion was Fred Brown. But the crazy thing is, I was supposed to go somewhere else, but God has a plan for me. I know He does, because she went to the Beacon House and said, "Oh no, you can't do that. We can't do that." So she calls Roxy or Sunshine, one of the two, and they told me I can come in February 7th. February 7th was 2 weeks away from me actually coming into this program. I could have went out there and grabbed hold of a batch and been dead. Something bad could have happened, but God had a different route for me, because I think it was that same day or something like that, I was in Fred Brown Recovery Services. Oh yeah, it was 2 days later. Sunshine calls my mom, said, "Bring him on in." And I was ready. I didn't fight her. I didn't say, "No, Mom, I don't want to do this. Mom, I don't want to do that." I said, "I'm ready." I submitted. And once I submitted to God's will, not my will, everything's been turning up for me, man. I got relationships that were broken. Me and my mom has the best relationship ever now. She comes and see me every Saturday. Like, I was ashamed. I would leave home for a while and not come back. But now I can stand in front of my mom and hug her, and this is the first time I had drugs in my system in 14 years. It feels good, man. It feels good. It feels good. It really does, man. And I'm not a preacher or nothing, but I want to preach them that Fred Brown assignments, man. For all you guys that's in there with me, man, it works, man. It really works. If you put your all into it and don't beat around the bush, you're gonna get what I got: joy and happiness. Like, it really works, man. Always got people telling me to slow down, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm embracing the recovery I have gained, because like I said, I overworked myself. Curtis gave me an assignment. I went upstairs to get some notepads. He's like, no more writing. You can't write no more. So he gave me a timeout and he said, I want you to do a self-evaluation, and it worked. Like, it really worked. Because the journey that I've been on right now has been lovely, man. Like I said, I got relationships in my life now that's I thought would never be fixed, but my higher power has a amazing and a whole different outlook than I have. First, I want to thank Miss Roxy for allowing me to come to your facility. Because had I not been here, I probably would have went back out and started using again. I want to thank Chris. My mom found Chris in the rain. She went found him in the rain in her muumuu, in her beanie, her bunda on her head, like, yes, yeah. She stalked him for me, and that just shows a mother's love, man. And I can never repay you guys back for what you guys done for me, but what I can do is show you the most, and stay clean. Basically, stay clean and be a service. And that's what I try to do today, be a service. So anytime that you guys see me, like in my head, please stop me, check me, and let me know. Hey, Edward. And Matt tends to do that a lot. I thank Jeffrey for being here. I want to thank Anthony, Clyde, and Miss Nancy, man. Miss Nancy, she used to tell me every day, Edward, give me 5 things you're grateful for. And that gratefulness went from 5 to 100 that quick. Because the gratefulness that I have in my life today is like, man, I'm just grateful for this lady sitting right here with this look on her face, like awe, like she's in awe, like, man, because in my addiction, I would have never been so thankful. I would have never had the courage to come up here and tell you guys. Well, thank you. My name's Edward Alcoholic.